butterflies. Today we are back with another Blindfold art challenge. We are going to be using colored pencils this time. If you are familiar with the Blindfold art challenge I've been doing on this channel recently, we've done watercolor flowers and a watercolor landscape before, and this is a really fun challenge to incorporate into your art practice so that you can start branching out and relying on your other senses other than your sight. So you have to feel what it feels like when you're picking up paint on your brush and getting a thicker consistency, or how it sounds, or getting used to brush technique and twisting and getting different shapes and stamps with your brush without having to rely on your sight. Now we're gonna do it with colored pencils. I'm selecting a palette that I wanna use for flowers, but I'm gonna blindfold myself before choosing the actual colors because you never know. Sometimes you might surprise yourself with color combinations, or maybe you used blue for the flower petals instead of pink or whatever, and it actually ended up being a really fun color combination that you never would have used had you been relying on your sight, on your eyeballs. So I know I want a dark green, I want a couple different pinks and reds for my flowers, and a blue. I also really like this like lavender periwinkle color colored pencil color, and a lot of these need, oh nice. A lot of these need to be, I'm not gonna spend time doing that. A lot of these need to be sharpened. Oh, here's another one. There we go. So this is what my color palette's looking like. Oh, that's kind of a weird green. I need a darker green. Yeah. Okay. And that's, I already did this one. So we've got a nice blend of warms and cool colors. I love this red. It's like a orangey red, kind of similar to Scarlet Lake or Permanent Red Light. And I want like a more true red as well, too. I'm not gonna be able to tell which color is which though. So this is gonna be, because like the other painting challenge ones, I can map out my palette because I've been using this palette for 13 years. So I pretty much know where all the colors are. So all I had to do was like count down the dishes to find the colors that I wanted. This is gonna be tricky, tricky. So that seems nice enough. Oh, I should probably have a yellow. This is like a really bright chartreuse yellow. Oh, that is neon. That's kind of fun. We'll do it. That's fine. Hopefully we use it. We won't be able to see, so I don't know. Okay, so I've got my blindfold. That's a nice palette. Hopefully we use all the colors. And I'm gonna do a full spread of flowers in colored pencil, and hopefully it looks cute.
Full spread?
Yeah, full blown spread, going big, or going home, as they say. So blindfold is going on. Boobity bop bop. Okay, finger test.
How many fingers am I?
7.
1.
Okay. Well, I was far away from that, but trust me, I cannot see. Okay, I'm gonna get it started, and what oh gosh, this is crazy. What my process is gonna be with this blindfold is I'm gonna hold all the pencils that I haven't used yet in my left hand, because I want to make sure to use all these colors. Is there any? Okay. Oh, good God. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna start with the big flowers. I know, so this is a slight cheat that I do know. I do know that both my dark greens have this like ridges, and the other ones are round. So I do know that green is the ridged ones. So that's nice, to be honest. But all the round ones, I have no idea if it's yellow or pink or red or what. So we're gonna do flowers first. And okay. Huh. Oh, good Lord. What kind of flowers do I want to do? We'll just do a variety. And I'm gonna do I always forget what it's called, but when you don't lift your pencil up, because I know if I do that for all of my flowers, I can kind of get a general, more abstract, but a more Like, I know I'm going back to the same point. So I'm gonna come in here. For a stem, and maybe another flower up here. What is touching my arm? What is this?
This guy.
Oh. Okay. Go back down, hopefully. Okay. Bottom. Let's go. This is my center, probably, hopefully. Can't feel where I've already done, so that's tricky. Oh, there's the middle of the, oh gosh. There's the middle of the sketchbook. Okay. Now I want to come over on this side. Whee! This way? Maybe just a bud. Okay, this is my center. Edge. Another bud. Okay. Color. Put it down. Now I'm lost. Now I have no idea where any of these flowers are. Great. Okay. Round green. We should probably do some green. I'm just gonna overlap because there's no way I'm gonna be able to find where my flowers are. Okay.
You can't feel.
No. Can't feel. Oh, here's like an indent of something, but I have no idea. It's probably a stem. Yeah, that's for sure a stem. But we're just gonna overlap. Make it more of like patterns, intersecting patterns. Oh. I'll come down here now. There's my corner. There's my corner. Oh. Wait. Leaf. Other leaf. One over here. Whoa. Down here, here's the middle, okay. I want to do the other green too, because I know one's lighter and one's darker, and I like the darker one better than the lighter one. And so I need to do both. I don't know which one's which though. Let's come down to this corner. Okay. Oh. Probably really just looks like a bunch of scribbles.
How long have you doodled the
I've been doodling leaves and flowers. For most of my life, to be honest. I used to, like, in school, I would doodle. Where's the corner? I would doodle all over my textbooks. You remember when during the phase of textbooks in school instead of Chromebooks or whatever, when you would wrap your textbooks in like brown paper and doodle all over them? That was me. And all of my covers had like different themes and stuff. But I loved drawing trees and flowers. My mom has always had a green thumb. And so I grew up like around flowers. And she was a florist for weddings for a few years too. So I just was always doodling flowers. I paint and doodled a lot growing up though. It was definitely just a fun thing to do while bored. Pass the time. Okay, now all of these are the same shape and size pretty much. So I have literally no idea which one is which. So I'm just gonna hopefully grab something that's like slightly different. I'm not putting those down yet. I want to use all of the colors. So we're just gonna do little spriggy things. I know it's not green because my greens were the things with the ridges. What was that noise? Oh. Don't hurt yourself. Oh. All right. Oh, I did my swatching up here, huh? Somewhere. Okay. Where have I been already with this pencil? Okay. Let's do some in the middle. Just some abstract scribbles. Hopefully it looks like flowers or something. Lines with a scribble on top. Gotta be confident. This is a good exercise to just like let it go. Because you're blindfolded, you really can't expect too much. Hopefully that's enough of that. We're just gonna go through all these colors now and lay down. What should I do with this color? I'm feeling like it's a yellow. So we're gonna find flowers. Okay, I can actually feel something right here. Scribble.
How is this different than
This is actually trickier than the paint one because I could feel more. Like I can't feel the color of this pencil. Like I can guess that it's yellow. It's probably not. And so that's really tricky. Like with the other one, I could feel, now we're just scribbling. I could feel like, you know, by counting where the colors were because I know my palette really well. And then with the brush too, I could feel what type of brush it was. And I could also feel where there was wet paint. So I knew where to start and where to stop. But with this, I have no idea what color I'm using. They're all the same shape and size. And I can't feel like where I've already placed stuff. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. It'll be really scribbly, I'm sure. Hopefully some stuff looks like flowers. I have no idea. I'm just gonna use all three. No, patience, Iago. Patience. Just a couple bits of these, remaining colors. why not here? Sure. And over here. And up here. Okay. And one more pencil. Yeah, you just kind of have to really rely on how it feels, the line that you just did, so you can trace back over it. Hopefully I'm doing that. And go back to your starting point, because that stem is like, if you're doing a bundle of something, that's a really crucial, you know, line is where your stem is. Because then if I know where my stem is, then I can jut out other things, and the flowers can just be scribbles. They don't need to be anything crazy, because I know if I just keep it cohesive enough, like with the scribble, playful, whimsical aspect, then it should hopefully somewhat look decent halfway. Oh, wow. Very scribbly. You know. Okay, we have blue flowers instead of pink flowers. That's fine. That's really fun. Obviously, I love the colors together. We chose those on purpose. It is very scribbly, but at the same time, I could see this as a fun, like, pattern for something, like, you know, a journal cover or something like that. It's yeah, crib sheets even. It's pretty chaotic, but it does have that, yeah, that's fun, crib sheets. Yeah, it's very childlike, but you can tell that it's flowers because of that starting point. Like the center, I started with the center, and then I know kind of general area where to come back to with all my petals. I think it's fun. And I liked that my process was holding on to the ones that I haven't used yet, so that we're not like all in one dense area with like, here's one color and here's another color, because then I knew to hop around with the color as I was using it, and because I was using it one color at a time. Overall, I think it works. I would have, you know, probably preferred to see the flowers in a warm color instead of blue, but I think it's fun and different, and in a way, like, yeah, just really playful and childlike, but elevated. So that's fun. We enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you try this out. Colored pencils are a challenge in their own way, different from painting blindfolded. So I would love to know if you've been tracking with this series and you did the painting ones, which one you find more difficult. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching these videos, for commenting, liking, subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.